Hey, this is Coach Livy, founder of A Queen's Worth. I'm sorry, I'm a little frustrated with the computer. I've tried to do this thing 2 or 3 times and it's not working, but to God be the glory. It's going to work this time. If you have not done so already, please subscribe. This is Coach Livy, once again, founder of A Queen's Worth. I'm just coming at you with a quick word, no excuses. And I know that you might have, if you've been with me since day one, you might know a little bit of the testimony, but a lot of the community really does not know, and so I really want to be open about this. I want to be a little open, a little honest. Not honest. I'm always honest, but completely free about this. Can I do that? Um, I really want to just share what I've been through and how God has brought this ministry from where it was to where it is now. And essentially, A Queen's Worth actually started in like January of 2012. But I put it down, I walked away, tried to go back to my old life, and just something, it was not fulfilling. So it fell apart, it didn't work. Because you know, woman of God, when you're the only one holding things together, sometimes when you let go, it all goes. And it was really, it felt like I was the only one holding things together. And I said, that's not my job, and I'm learning that as well. But the one thing I wanted to really focus on right now was the fact that about 2 days ago, my phone is gone. It just broke. I dropped it, and the screen won't turn on. Like the phone will turn it on, but the screen is like black. So it costs a couple $100 to fix it, and whatever the case is. But I said, okay, God, I'll give that to you because I don't got that kind of money. But let me just share a little bit of the history behind this phone. I actually got this phone in September 2013. I want to say closer to November, because I actually had the same phone that I bought on my own last year, early last year, and I had service for about 2 or 3 months, and after that, I had to leave the city. So September 2013 that I left. I got to Atlanta in October 2013. I went through some shelters. Only reason I went there, God told me to go there. He said, just go. And I said, okay, God. Okay, so I fasted for a week. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's a little weird. I don't know anyone there. I don't know anything there. Um, it's crazy, the situation I'm in. My children are in, state care. It was horrible. So I said, okay, God, but I'm gonna go because you're telling me to go. I went there. I went through some shelters. I went through some conferences. Thank God, I received what God had for me to receive, and I performed the work that God had for me to perform. And some other things happened there too that I brought back when I came back. But to God be the glory. It all worked out to His purpose and to His plan. But 2 days ago, my phone broke. So for 2 days, I have not been on Instagram. I have not been posting anything. I've been writing down messages. I've been writing down sermons. I've been writing down things. But I'm just writing it down because I have no way to collect it. But very few people know this about this ministry. I have not had phone service since September or maybe even August of last year. I've had no phone service. I was doing, I was writing for a major Facebook page, about 25,000 plus fans when I started. And I grew that, I doubled that audience in about 6 months, again, with no phone service, no job, little to no resources. Going from place to place, no stable environment. Remember, I was in shelters, and I was really going through personally. But for the ministry, God had me to do some things that I had to do. So it is what it is, right? Um, but I lost the phone that I had when I left the city, and by God's grace and mercy, I was given the same phone days later. I was given the same phone, fresh out the box, brand new, from an actress that I stayed with for about a week in Atlanta. Got that phone, kept doing the ministry. Again, kept doing the ministry, kept building, but I had not even started my Instagram page yet. That was last year when I got that new phone. Well, I came back in March, April, still growing the audiences, still doing the work with no service, no stable environment, nothing like that. And by God's grace, it all turned around. I got a stable place to live. My children were brought home that April. That May, I want to believe this May this year, my children came home. They're back together again. Um, they're in a stable environment by God's grace. I didn't do any of that. I didn't have any resources. I still don't have a job. And so I was like, okay, God. When I dropped this phone 2 days ago, I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? This ministry is so large now. What am I going to do? And God pretty much said, okay, look where I brought you from. Look what you've been through. Look what I was able to do without your help. And all you had to do was show up. I was like, okay, God, I don't know what you're doing in this season because I lost my phone. But and I dropped it. I still have it in my possession, but I dropped it. I don't have a phone. I have no way to connect with the Instagram community. I can't post without a mobile phone for Instagram. You know, I can post a couple things on Facebook, but not if I want to. You know, posting ahead is difficult online. I'm on the actual computer now, and I was like, okay, God, I trust you. Well, I realized that after a year and a half of, starting the ministry, of going through the motions, of having no service, this community from March to now has grown from zero fans, zero, like this, none, right, to 20,000 fans in about 7 months. And it blows my mind that I had, again, no job, no resources, really trusting God in everything. But I was able to connect daily. I was able to really post sporadically on Facebook. But Instagram is where I'm at all day, every day. I'm on Instagram. I'm thinking, God, you made this possible because I don't even have service. So you know what? To no excuses. Through all that I've been through all that I was doing it for His purpose, and He was providing, even in the meagerness, even in the homelessness, even in the instability. God was still providing for myself, and He was providing for my children. He was still making ways out of no way. All I had to do was show up and be obedient and really follow Him. And the ministry is just beyond anything that I ever imagined it would be a year ago. It is so much bigger than that now. It is taking its own life. It is a life force. The community is full of awesome women that are just hungry for God, and I see it. You're hungry for new seasons. You're hungry for change. And I was like, God, this is what I prayed for 3 years ago, was to inspire and encourage women. It was so simple, but God has taken that to a whole new level, right? He's taken that to just a different stage. Like when you ask Him something, He goes above and beyond, right? But He said to me to trust Him. He said to me that you've done this, and you've done this with little to nothing because you trusted me. I've done this. I took you through. I brought you here, and I'm going to take you there next. So I just wanted to let you know, woman of God, that even though I feel like I've lost something important and vital, even I feel like I just can't do it, it's not God is saying anything is possible. Do not forget what I've done for you. Do not forget where I brought you from. Do not forget the ways I made out of no ways. The exits I gave you when you couldn't do anything on your own. I did it for you. I've been traveling for like a year with no money. How is that possible, God? God did it. God did it. The ministry has grown, and that's what in the last 6 weeks alone, 6, 7 weeks alone, it's grown by about 8,000 people alone. It's growing about 1,000 people a week. You guys are sharing it, you're reposting it, you're encouraging your sisters to follow, and I am so thankful because God is saying it's only the beginning. Look what I'm about to do next. I'm about to do something powerful next. I'm about to take this to a new level next. And I think, okay, God, I'm going to continue to trust you. I'm going to continue to follow you. And even though I don't have a phone, I don't know when I'm going to get a new one. I don't know where it's going to come from, God, but I'm trusting you for greater than I have before. I'm trusting you for increase over what I had before. Because you are that God. I will not settle. I'm not going to fret. I'm not going to worry. You will provide equal or better. And I'm thinking it's going to be the or better. So I don't know. I'm going to come back for the testimony probably in a couple days, maybe a week. I don't know. But in the meantime, you're going to do the weekly calls every Wednesday and Thursday night. And I'm still going to be here. Team No Excuses. Okay? Thank you so much, woman of God. You guys have a great afternoon. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe. Thanks.